Royal Enfield has got into ice rink now. We all knew that Royal Enfield had a motor rally, race or motor rally that used to happen in Leh Ladakh. How has that been a challenge, and at the same time, how that idea came through?
You mean the ice rink or the rally?
Ice rink and the rally, we all knew that Royal Enfield.
So we still, Royal Enfield still has the Himalayan Odyssey, which is iconic ride, where riders from across the country and now, of course, world come and ride up to Ladakh, the highest motorable road. Now that is the Umlingla pass every year, and we continue to do that. And I think that's been our flagship ride event, so to say, and that's how over the years, with that ride and with multitude of riders going out to the Himalayas on Royal Enfield, particularly to Ladakh, people have started associating Royal Enfield with Ladakh. And for us at Royal Enfield, we look at the Himalayas as our spiritual home. So yeah, it's been a very exciting journey. When we were designing our social mission, which is really our CSR initiatives and how we interact with the communities, it was but obvious for us that this is one region where we need to focus, given how fragile the ecosystem of this region is, and also the love that we have received from this region. We decided to locate our social mission programs in the Himalayan states, in the Himalayan region, particularly the blueprint today for development of ice hockey that we have launched is looking at the state of Ladakh, but can be a template for developing the sport in other regions as well. It's been a very, very exciting journey for us.
This ice hockey, why ice hockey and why not other ice rink for maybe other cultural dances, or ice rink for other Winter Olympic Games there?
Look, this is not just about the ice rink, right? For us, the blueprint doesn't talk only about the ice rink. It is really about looking at the sport of ice hockey and how can that be developed. Ice rink or infrastructure is a very critical part of it, but there's also lots more. You know that there are there's training, there's scouting for the right talent, having the right kind of competitive environment at a grassroots level, having governance, professionalizing the whole sort of game. A lot of things more towards making this sport popular, and also looking at our dream of fielding an Indian region in the 2042 Winter Olympics. When we were working with the communities in Ladakh, particularly the youth, it was very, very obvious to us that their love for the sport and what they do for many months in the year when everything else kind of comes to a halt is ice hockey and ice skating. So for us, our programs, we've been working with school kids, training them on winter sports. We've been working with grassroots level ice hockey players, supporting them with equipment, with training, getting coaches from international, from Germany in train the trainers programs. So it's really a holistic approach and not just about building a rink. And it fits very well with our larger social mission of building resilience in these communities.
Are you looking to expand this on the Himalayan region from Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh to Arunachal, in between Uttarakhand, Himachal and Sikkim?
Most certainly, though we are beginning with Ladakh, and also we are supporting the Spiti Cup this year in winter, in Himachal Pradesh. So definitely we are beginning in a big way with Ladakh and Himachal, but the potential for something like this, all the states that you mentioned, there is, because naturally the game can be played, and our footprint, our CSR footprint actually is quite reasonable in all these states. We have a lot of projects in Arunachal, in Sikkim, in the northeast, in the eastern Himalayas, and also in the western Himalayas. So most certainly we would look at how can this be taken to the other states also, or how can we collaborate with the other states also on this. But we've made a beginning with Ladakh because also the UT administration was very sort of supportive. It was their idea.
In Europe and North America, we have seen that ice hockey rink could be developed within few days and few weeks, and that draws a very big crowd and a lot of publicity and visibility comes. Do you envisage incorporating that as well, maybe in Delhi sometime?
Well, I I can't say about Delhi, but because we are very focused on the Himalayan region. But there's all sorts of technology, like you're saying, which is available, with on all these European and North American countries as well. And we'll see how and what is required at what point in time. But we don't plan anything in Delhi at this point in time. We are very focused on the Himalayan region. That is, in fact, you will be surprised to know that out of all the CSR funding in the country, all the 13 Himalayan states, including the UT Ladakh, only get 1%. So for us as an organization, when we focus on the Himalayan region, it's not just because we love the Himalayas or because it's our spiritual home, but we believe strategically as well, it makes sense to focus in these regions which are very remote and cut off also during many months. So we are very focused on the Himalayas.
And with the sports minister coming today and taking a lot of time and talking very positive and encouraging about it, he himself be coming from one of the Himalayan state. Does that also give a good sounding board to the project, to the ideas that you envisaged and the way you want to take it?
Most certainly, I have to say that Shri Anurag Singh Thakur, Honourable Union Minister, for Sports, Youth Affairs, has been very, very supportive of this project. It was, like he mentioned a couple of years back in his discussions, he had brought up this idea, and eventually when we were talking to the erstwhile LG and now the UT administration, they commissioned Royal Enfield to put together the blueprint. So he's been very supportive, and he's also took the forward for this document, for this blueprint. Definitely, it's a very, very heartening sort of very good signs for us, I believe.
Royal Enfield bullet rallies are what we all knew. Now another sports is added, ice rink, and at the same time the winter games could be one of the beginning in India from here with the ice hockey. That could be one of the way, and we know that how popular ice hockey is in a Scandinavian country and Canada, USA.
Absolutely. I think there's a lot of potential, and we'll continue to act as a facilitator. We'll continue to collaborate with all stakeholders, the UT administration, other states, to see how we can develop.